You guys seem to really enjoy the video I did where I made some potjiekos, a traditional South African stew kind of thing. I think it's a bit sacrilegious to call it a stew, but potjiekos. And today we're going to be making another one. I've got my brother-in-law Andre. He's going to be giving us a hand, and he's going to be showing us one of his recipes today. So Andre, what are we making today?
A mess. What we're going to do today is, I know Sean really wanted me to make the famous chicken potjie.
Yeah, I don't know why we're not doing chicken potjie. I tried so hard
because
to
the last 3 times we've done it, I've done chicken potjie, and to be honest, I'm more than just a chicken potjie, right? So I decided to go something a little bit more off-piste, so to speak. So what we're going to do today is a beef shin potjie.
Why did you choose beef shin? What's good about that cut of meat?
I think it's one of a very underrated cut, because of the connotations of how difficult it can be to cook and get right. It can be tough if you don't do it in the right way, but it does have so much potential and such a great flavor to it.
It's got a good amount of. Most of the meats that you cook a long time, or that you need to cook a long time, tend to be very, very flavorful.
Exactly.
What have you done to prepare your shin?
All I've done is chopped it up in fairly large chunks. I don't want to leave it too large, so it makes it easier to serve up and dish up and so on. But all I've done is marinate it in just some Worcester sauce. Worcester sauce is my go-to for pretty much everything. I love using this stuff. And then the seasoning I've used is, instead of going with just your standard salt and pepper, I used a traditional South African boerewors seasoning.
A lot of coriander. I can actually smell that there.
Exactly.
It smells good.
And that's the other reason why I was going for it, is because it does give you that really beautiful coriander flavor and taste, and kind of reminiscent of a boerewors, if you've ever had it before.
I always underestimate
how much goes in there.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. I watched your last video.
Talking of which, where's the bricks? I don't see any bricks around you.
I don't need bricks. You also see there's no coverage.
So you got proper planning?
Yes. I know what I'm doing, in other words.
Okay, let's get started. Yeah. So I want to be eating before midnight. So
well, we'll do what we can. So I'm just waiting for the oil to kind of heat up a little bit. We're just using your normal everyday vegetable oil. It's just because it's what I had. I generally prefer vegetable oil. They just seem to give me a better result at the end of the day.
I like to use lard a lot of the time, lard or beef tallow, especially if you're doing a beef dish.
I'm going to start off with the red onions, garlic, and the red peppers. Get that going a little bit first. Sweat off the onions, that kind of thing. Just get a little bit brown, so it's I would say translucent dish, more or less. And as Sean said in his previous video and earlier, the whole point of a potjie is you're doing it by layers. Layer it in how quickly things cook. So if you've got things like potatoes, starch, that kind of things, generally go on top of the meat, and then the rest of your veg on top of that. So that's the kind of...
So the slower cooking stuff at the bottom.
Correct. That's the whole idea you want to go for, because as, again, Sean said earlier, you don't want to stir things up. Okay. I suppose I can't turn back now, can I? I know when my dad used to do his oxtails, or a lot of his potjies, he actually used to use his pressure cooker. A, to save time, and also to help keep things a lot more tender.
What, do the whole thing in a pressure cooker?
Well, meat.
Oh, the meat, before he went into the potjie pot, I was going to say.
In the pressure cooker, actually. And this is now the whole weird thing about holding the camera and so on. I forget steps. I was meant to put the bacon in as well.
The bacon, you forgot the bacon.
Yeah.
Smelling good.
Actually, you could probably just have it as is for breakfast, like a wrap or something.
At the rate we're going, we probably are going to have this for breakfast.
Sugar. So I'm just going to dump it all in there.
Yeah, I think this was originally meant to be lunch, wasn't it?
I don't know. I remembered about this yesterday.
You remembered about it? You mean you were told about this yesterday?
Yes. So I'll give it a bit of a stir. It's probably one of the... Well, not probably. It is the only time you'll stir it. Just kind of try and get that a little bit more browned.
Well, while we wait for that, I'm going to start my one.
Good luck. All right, so now we've got time for the spices to pop in. I've had a bit of a taste, and I decided just to go with something plain and simple, like cracked black pepper, Italian herbs and spices, and then I've added in some paprika as well, just for a slightly more exotic flavour.
So no chilies in there?
No, be silly. No, I have children that I also need to feed, so...
Oh yeah, good excuse.
Yes, children. So we'll just grind this all up into a nice bit of a mixture. I was going to add some salt in as well, however, with the teriyaki sauce and the sauce that I've already put in it, and also bearing in mind I put some bacon in there as well, it does give you a salty flavour anyway, so I don't want to overpower it and make it inedible. I have already turned this down to its lowest, to its simmering temperature. So we'll do the potatoes in first. Not many, because I have left them whole, but it's the baby potatoes, whole, skin on, no need to peel them. What I'm also going to do now is...
Well, that's interesting. It's not something I've done before, and I don't think you've made one like that before with the corn. Like
no,
that.
I haven't.
That's very cool.
But why not? I mean, everybody loves a bit of corn. I know it's got a whole kind of shape, but, you know, for the amount of time this is going to cook, it should probably just...
It'll cook fine. It's just... Yeah, we don't need that one.
Yeah, we didn't need that one. What my dad used to always do is have the little baby corn, those ones.
Oh, yeah.
Stick those in, and those are always great. But I just would decide to go for the full-size corn and see what happens. So now what I'm putting in is the butternut. Not something I use a lot in a poiki, but again, let's try something new. Why not? That's the whole point of the poiki, is just experiment and try, and you know, if it doesn't work, I'll just blame Sean.
Are those summer squashes, the green one?
There is.
Yeah.
Marrow.
Ah, okay. It's a big old marrow.
Yeah, it was a big old marrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave these in here for half an hour or so before I start layering the rest.
Really?
Nah.
Be interesting to see the difference, because obviously I've gone with all my ingredients at the same time. It's typically how I do it.
I just like to do things in stages as such. So I'll leave that in there for about half an hour or so. Then add the wet mixture, which will be a mixture of beef gravy, stock.
So what's going to be the beef gravy? Is that just a off-the-shelf gravy, cheating beef gravy?
No.
So what else is going to go in there? Because I'm going to switch off the camera while we have a few drinks for the next few stages.
We've got the marrows. I almost said baby marrows. They're definitely not baby. Marrows and some green beans. That's
green beans. Okay.
Yeah, some green beans.
Nice. So that's all the ingredients.
Yeah.
So we're going to add those in after what, 20 minutes of this?
Yes. Then I'll add the other bits and pieces. Pop that in there. Add the stock, all the wet ingredients,
and the gravy.
And then just leave it.
Okay. And the stock is just beef stock.
It's just beef stock mixture with the beef gravy as well. So I'll do the stock and the gravy, mix all together.
Sounds
chuck
good.
it in there. Happy days.
Perfect. And then about 2 hours to cook.
More or less. Yeah.
Excellent. We'll come back to you when it's done.
Absolutely. So it's just been a little bit over 2 hours. Now mine's perfect, eh?
Yeah, that's looking good.
Obviously.
Excellent.
Really good aromas and smells coming through. Aromas and smells, yeah.
So let's dish some up and try it out.
Some meat on there.
Does smell good.
It's going to taste even better.
Let's give it a try.
Indeed.
I'm going to take a big piece of meat.
Yeah, you take all my meat.
I'm sure that sounds lovely on the microphone.
Sorry.
That's really good and perfectly cooked. But a little bit more salt, I think.
Yeah,
but that's easy to fix after the fact. Better than putting too much salt while you're cooking.
It's a lot easier adding salt than taking it away. But no, I did say I think I was a little bit hesitant about the amount of salt I was putting in, just to be on the safe side. But as you say, you can just always add a little bit extra. Yeah,
that's good, man. It's going to dish up. I'm going to try mine as well. But we know what mine. Hey. We're going to go and eat our dinner. But thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And it's always great having Andrea back. Pleasure. Thank you so much for helping.
Pleasure.
Great.
See you guys.
Stay safe and stay spicy.